Good morning. Anna Brooks here. Hey, hey, hey. All right, give me one sec. I've got an awesome live stream for you today. I'm going to give it a second, see who wants to pop on and have a chat. It's going to be absolutely incredible. If you've seen some of my posts lately and some of my rants, then you know I'm kind of going through a phase, although it's not really a phase. It's more like stepping into who I am in such a much bigger way, in the sense that it's just gonna, I'm just saying what I think. I'm just putting it out there. I'm just putting it out there. I am filtering the amount of people that are like leaving my page in droves right now because of the different things I've posted up is incredible. And I love it. I love it. It's what you need. I don't need people who don't resonate with my message. But it's been a rush. It has been incredible. And just the people that are coming out of the woodwork that are resonating with my message and that are feeling what I'm saying and everything is just, it's nuts. So bear with me one sec. I'm going to go get a bottle of water. I've just come from a 2-hour leg session, which is really unlike me to go for that long, but when it's flowing, it's flowing. So I will give it a second, see if anyone wants to jump on live. Otherwise, I'll be right back. See you guys soon. All right, I'm coming back. All right, we're back. We are back. Hello. All right. Okay, so let's get into what today's live stream's about and what the topic of conversation is, right? So basically, just trying to remember exactly how I worded the headline because it was a really good topic. Everything that you believe is not true. However, it is exactly as you say it is, right? So this live stream was an idea that I had a couple of days ago and I hadn't acted on it. And now I know why. There's usually when I get an idea, I have to like talk about it really, really soon, whether it's a blog, whether it's a live stream, whatever it is. But this one, I had the feeling that no, I have to actually wait a little bit. And I got why this morning because I got a total basically like all the ideas just flowed into me this morning about why I was holding on to this idea. And it was because there was more to it, right? And what was more to it is a new program. It's not, I can't even call it a program. It's literally going to be what I said, the Law of Attraction Power Hour, right? So this all came to me this morning. So there's no sales page yet. There's nothing I can send you to just yet. But the Law of Attraction Power Hour is going to be an incredible hour-long, basically, video of me going through all of the things, some of the stuff that I'm going to cover today in this live stream, and then also basically in the other stuff. But let me get into today's live stream so that you know where we're coming from, right? So if you're unfamiliar with the Law of Attraction, it's a very simple concept, really, and it's basically just around what you put out in terms of your energy is what you will attract. So if you put out a lot of positive energy as a basic, let's just start at the basics. If your energy is often positive, you will tend to attract positive situations and circumstances into your life. If your energy is always very negative, the opposite will work, right? So that's the very basic stuff. However, the law of attraction goes into much deeper than this. It goes into everything in terms of the relationships that you attract, the circumstances that you're in, the work, what you do with your life, whether you have particular goals in terms of your health and fitness, you want to look great, you want to feel amazing, whatever it is. If there's stuff that you want and you're not getting it, there's a pretty good chance, and by pretty good I mean just completely, that is 100% what's happening, is there's an energetic imbalance between what you're actually wanting and what you're actually energetically putting out there. So it can be a mismatch in terms of what you might really, really want to look fantastic in a bikini or whatever, but there's something within you that's blocking that from happening because, for example, you might have fears around what would actually happen, maybe whether your partner or your friends might judge you, or someone at work might say something, or that you fail anyway and then you tell people and you'll screw it up and therefore they'll judge you for being useless, right? So many kinds of things, but you understand what I mean by the energetic mismatch, right? Okay. So the part that I wanted to talk about today, and the part that the topic is about in terms of everything that you believe is not true, what I mean by this is that there really is no truth. Like, if you, whatever opinion you have on something, whatever way you see it, that's not actually the truth. It is simply your truth, right? It is the way that you see it. And I know that you can say, no, but there are like facts or whatever, right? No, not even facts. And I know this from experience, and I know this from also just studying the law of attraction and studying energy and that kind of thing, that even the stuff that we think are facts, the things that you're like medically, people will always say, well, no, medically, I know I am gluten intolerant, or I am this, or I have this, or whatever it is, right? I'm not going to get into a big thing about this because it's really off the point, but energetically, we can shift things even physiologically and scientifically within our bodies, purely based on our energy, right? Now, if this, this is one of the more advanced steps, I guess, of law of attraction. So this is not something that you're going to be able to master and get your head around at the beginning, especially if this is all a little bit weird and woo-woo to you at the beginning. This is something that comes much later, really, and you have to be able to be at a certain stage first to accept these kind of revelations, right? However, whatever you believe, whatever you think, and especially let's bring it back to something really basic in terms of, I'll give you the example of what I actually instigated this live stream and instigated the thoughts for this particular topic, right? I was scrolling through a couple of different pages that I follow, and I found an abundance of people who had very limiting views and limiting beliefs around certain things. So there was people complaining about, oh, I don't want to hear from anyone who, any personal trainers or any fitness people who, promote basically fat loss or weight loss or looking good in a particular dress size or whatever it is, because I know from experience that they're all shallow. They all just want money. They're not actually doing anything for you. And I don't want to be any part of that because I'm just so self-fulfilled and I'm just so high and I'm so above all of that shallowy, crappy stuff, right? And so you can tell that this also kind of instigated my previous post, my rant that I had yesterday. But yeah, basically that kind of a feeling of, well, no, if you're into that kind of stuff, then I know that you're not really in it to help anyone. You're obviously just really shallow. You just want the money. You just want to rip people off, yada, yada, yada. Right. Okay. So this is not actually a truth, because I know from experience, from many people's experience, that this is not the truth. Anyone who knows me knows that a big part of what I specialize in is fat loss, is aesthetics, is looking the way that you want to look. And you would be very hard pressed. In fact, you would not be able to find a single one of my clients who would tell you that all I care about is getting the money out of them, and that I'm really shallow and that I don't care about what they're going through or making them feel better. They will actually tell you the exact opposite, that I over deliver on everything that I do, all the testimonials I have and everything all through my website, that I actually do dig deeper than most personal trainers or fitness trainers or even online trainers or whatever they've ever had, because I understand that inner work has to be in line with the outer work. So I won't go on and off on tangents on this stuff, but you see, that is not the truth. What that person believes is not the truth, but it is exactly the way they say it is. So as soon as they choose to believe that, as soon as they choose to take on that that is their truth, their whole world changes. Everything that they see is through a filter now. Everything that they see of someone like myself perhaps coming across them, they're going to already have that judgment, that belief in front of them. They're not even going to take a moment to even acknowledge that this could be someone different, right? Because they already have that belief in them, and therefore everything is as they say it is. And they will much more likely actually attract and find themselves like that person. I'm going to say it quite honestly, they'll never find me. My live streams will never come across them. My blogs will never come across them because energetically they are shut off from me, which is great because I don't need that kind of energy. But that's why they will not ever actually be able to see another side of the truth, because all that they will attract is what they believe. So the stuff that will come up in their live streams, the stuff that will come up in their suggested blogs that their friends are following, whatever it is, things that they see as they scroll through the internet, people that they meet in day-to-day life, they will all be exactly what they believe of them, right? They will be all the people who are trying to rip people off, who are shallow, who don't care about you, who really literally just want to, you know, basically put you on a horrible diet or whatever and just get some results so they can get a testimonial or whatever, right? That is the only people that they will find because it is what they believe. It's not the truth, but it is exactly as you say it is. And this applies to so many things. And I see this as well in terms of coaching. Coaching is it's a very unregulated industry, as you probably know. And that's largely because, and I believe that the best coaches out there do not have coaching degrees, because you can't teach someone how to do what comes naturally to them, right? I've been a coach since I was born, basically. I was coaching kids when I was a kid, right? I was always the person who people would turn to work through issues, to sort things out, to change their mindset about stuff. Like that stuff started for me when I was, I don't know, old enough to talk. So maybe like 3 or 4 when I actually started putting some sentences together. I don't even know what age. But that is what I was born to do. And I know that is my calling. That is absolutely everything within me. The idea that someone's going to give me a course and teach me how to be me is just ludicrous, right? But there are courses on that, but however, they are more largely, I think, for the people who don't actually have this within them to do it naturally, right? Who don't have that inner calling to kind of go, I know through my experiences, through who I am, through basically my God-given purpose here, what it is that I'm meant to be doing, what it is I'm meant to be helping people with. And there's a lot of people who do have that as well, that have just gotten dragged into basically doing a coaching course because they feel like the qualification is going to mean something. But in the coaching industry, largely it's very unregulated because of that. And that's fine. I think that's fantastic, because what it allows is for people to actually tune in to what coach they actually need, right? And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who don't even realize through the law of attraction, through their energy, that they are looking for someone to rip them off. Now, they won't admit this, and I sure as hell wouldn't have admitted this years ago, when this is exactly how I felt when I invested a heap of money, thousands of dollars, into a coach who I afterwards came to believe had ripped me off. Now, I certainly wasn't thinking consciously that was what I was looking for. But for a very long time, I had the belief that, well, all coaches are just there to rip you off. They're not regulated. It's a really dirty industry. They're all just sprouting the same shit over and over, and no one's actually taking any responsibility to give you quality information, yada, yada, right? That was my belief for a very long time. And you know where it got me? Absolutely shit fuck nowhere. Because I wasn't taking responsibility, right? There was a lesson in this for me. There was a lesson in having a coach that at the time I felt ripped me off. Now I know that I got so much more value in terms of the lesson learned than anything I could have imagined in terms of the quality or whatever of the actual coaching package. But the lesson that I got from it about responsibility and about energetically taking responsibility for what I am attracting into my life, I mean, you can't put a price on that, right? Obviously, there was a price attached to it, but looking back now, that's exactly what I needed, right? I may not have gotten exactly what I thought I was getting out of the coaching package, but it wasn't about that. It was about energetically what I needed. And had I chosen, like many people do now, I see it all the time, people just bagging out the coaching industry, and I've been ripped off by some people in the past, and therefore all coaches are bad. I don't want to trust any other coaches. Who can just give me the steps? Who can just give me this and this and this? And they just don't get it. They're limiting themselves. They don't understand what they would have gotten out of that coach that ripped them off if they'd actually allowed it. And it may not be anything to do with the content, right? Understand that. It may not have anything to do with the content. You may be so right and so like on your high mighty horse and sticks and daggers and whatever that yes, they definitely ripped you off. They gave you really crappy content and they didn't give you anything, blah, blah, blah. You could be really right on that, right? But that's not the point of it. The thing that you invested in was energy, right? And at the end of the day, if you can energetically learn what you needed to from that, you can move on, right? And you can find a coach that you can actually get what you need from, because energetically you're going to be a match. When you come into a relationship with basically the thought in your head that, oh, I've been ripped off in the past, this person's probably going to rip me off as well. Guess what? You're going to feel like they rip you off. Even if they over deliver, even if they give you so much help, so much content, so much whatever. And I've seen this happen so many times. Luckily not to me personally, because I energetically don't attract these people, but I've seen it happen so often where people do basically just hire a coach to prove their point that all coaches suck. And it doesn't matter what the coach does, how much they support them, they will still bag the shit out of them, try and blackmail them, or do all these things basically just to further instigate their point that all coaches are dodgy and that they're all just, not actually teaching you anything constructive or whatever it is they believe. So this belief, this idea that everything in terms of, say, coaching, everyone's the same, everyone's just out to get you, out to get your money, they don't care, they don't deliver. In terms of fitness, everyone just, wants to make a buck, they're just throwing out crappy information that's not helpful to you, they don't care, they just want to make a buck. It can be anything, right? It can be friggin' restaurants. Have you ever been to a restaurant and had a really crappy experience, whether the meal was bad or the service was bad or whatever, and you've just decided, well, you know what? Everything about this restaurant is just shit. I'm never coming here again. You know what I discovered? A lot of the time, don't complain when you're eating. I've learned that lesson, not personally, but I've seen enough to know that you don't complain when you've got the meal, because I don't trust anyone back there. But however, once you're gone, do make a comment, do say something. And you may find that the manager will actually over deliver and fix the situation and give you, and there might have been a perfectly good reason. They might have had some really last minute cancellations and the staff they had serving you weren't the normal staff, and they're really apologetic and they give you a voucher for next time to take it off, or they take off, 25% of your bill that night, or whatever it is. The point is, what you choose to believe is completely your choice. And it's not the truth, but it is exactly the way that you say it is, and it always will be, because that is what you are putting out into the world. That is your belief, that is your filter that you have applied, and everything that comes at you will go through that filter. You will never, like I said, people who believe those horrible, shallow, all those things about the fitness industry and the people involved and that kind of stuff, with those people that believe that that is all that is out there, they will never see me, even though I am hugely public, my blogs, my live streams, my YouTube videos, everything. Even though that's hugely public and they could come across it very easily, they won't, because their filter is already there and they are not looking for me. They are looking for people to further their belief that all fitness professionals are shit, basically. Same thing comes with coaches and stuff like that. The people that say they want a decent coach and yet they never find one and they're always still complaining, they will never find one, because they already have that filter that even if a good coach that would have been aligned to them, that would have helped them work through these issues that they have, would have helped them, they won't even acknowledge it. Like they won't even, it will not pass through. It's like that story you may have heard about. You go to a friend's house, right? And you're having dinner and your friend's serving something, they're in the middle of it or whatever. They go, oh, I just forgot the salt. Can you jump into the kitchen? It's just in the cupboard on the first shelf. You go in the kitchen, you've never seen this kitchen before, you find the cupboard, you open it up, you look on the first shelf, you're looking everywhere, you can't see it because you've walked in there and you're like, I don't know this kitchen, I don't know where things are, I'm never going to find this, I have no idea, this isn't my kitchen, I don't know. Your friend comes up behind you, taps you on the shoulder and points right in front of your face and goes, there, that salt, that was what you were looking for. It was right there. It was literally right there in front of your face and you didn't see it because you had the filter up already that, you know what, I don't know this kitchen. This isn't my kitchen. I don't know where things are. I'm never going to find it. And you will be surprised at how much that will actually limit everything to the point that you will physically not see something. It's that powerful. So it's very easy to physically not see things that are there purely based on your mindset filter, right? All right, so I hope you got that point across today, and I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. I'd love to know, is there something that is coming up for you that you're going, oh, okay, yes, I keep finding myself in this same pattern, or finding myself in this same recurring thing where I say that I want something better, but yet I keep attracting the same crap. I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below if there's something that's kind of hit home for you, any aha moments. And let me tell you what I know so far about the Law of Attraction Power Hour. Like I said, I haven't got the sales page up or anything up for you yet. So if you are interested in this, it is going to be a crazy low investment. I've already decided before I've even done anything else. It's going to be $29 for the early bird special. So it's crazy. If you follow me, if you engage with me, if you find anything that I say about your mindset and about the power that you have to actually transform your entire life from the inside out, and to literally create your lifestyle by design and not by default, if any of that rings true to you, you have to be in this Law of Attraction Power Hour, because it's just like, it is everything that I talk about and I preach about and everything in like a compact, in your face, literally like punch to the face kind of version. It's going to be incredible. Like I said, I've got it in my head. Like, I know what is going to go down. So I've got the sales page literally in my head. I just got to get it into the laptop. And it's going to be incredible, powerful 1 hour where I'm going to talk about, first of all, the law of attraction, how it works, but we're going to get straight into basically all of the nitty gritty about how you're going to actually attract what you want, why you're not attracting what you want now, why you seem to be stuck in a particular loop, and what the hell this energy stuff is, because some people get so confused with, but I say this and I say I want this and I write my affirmations and all this kind of stuff. No. There's tricks to it. There's ways that you need to implement this that actually make it work for you. Otherwise, a lot of the time, you're actually going against what you truly want, right? So it's going to be intense. I'm going to write out the sales page for you today so you can see all the details. And I don't even know when this is going to launch. I'm thinking probably week and a half, something like that. But I will definitely let you know. So far, like I said, I've got the name, I've got the investment, and I've got the fact that I know it's going to be hugely powerful for absolutely everyone that follows me, everyone who's ever engaged with any of my content or anything like that. This is going to just blow your mind. And it's going to be one of those things when it's done that you can actually go back and rewatch. So the video will be yours for life. Whenever you kind of need like a bit of a reminder about how to actually transform your life, how to implement the law of attraction, you can just go re-listen to it as many times as you want. It's going to be absolutely packed with information. I cannot wait to do it for you. I absolutely can't wait. I'm going to actually go and write the sales page now, I think. So if you want to know as soon as it's ready so you can jump in on the early bird, pop your, let's go with I'm in. Pop I'm in down below in the comments. Let me know, and then that way I can send you through the link as soon as it's ready. And yes, okay, I am done, I think, for today. If you have any questions, anything you wanted to run by me, please feel free to comment below or send me a private message. Either way, leave a comment down below saying I'm in if you want the details of the Law of Attraction Power Hour once it's up. I'll talk to you guys really soon. Have a fantastic weekend. Bye. And remember, live life on purpose. Bye.